All right, we are going to be starting this channel here. I've been a YouTube subscriber myself to many other channels covering all sorts of stuff with firearms, training, knives, EDC loadouts, reviews, different types of ammunition, different types of accessories, holsters, magazines, you name it. I've gathered a lot of information along the way, and I love to teach people. So I kind of decided to just start my own thing. My name's AJ. I go by Ajax, and our channel is going to be called Atmosphere, Tactics, and Gear. Now, just starting out here, I'm starting with a few budget options for you know footage. I've got recording off my Samsung phone right now, but we're upgrading and we're going to be looking into getting a nice camera with a microphone, as well as better lighting as well. I'm going to be getting a nice banner in the background here. You guys should see that in the next few videos. This is our first introduction video, so welcome to the channel here. This video is basically going to start off with just an EDC loadout. I'm going to try to make it as short and brief as I possibly can. We'll try to keep it roughly at about 10-15 minutes. And if so, if it goes over that, not a big deal. I'll go back and edit it later on. Anyways, so again, welcome. We appreciate your view. And if you want to like and subscribe to this channel, see further content. We're going to be releasing a decent amount here in the summer months, and then when I have a little more time in the winter, I'm going to be doing videos almost every day. So basically what we're going to cover on this channel is reviews and EDC loadouts, guns, knives, tactical gear, a little bit of training or technique, and mindset. How to think of, in a defensive situation. I am working on going through the NRA to be a firearms coordinator and instructor, to be able to release and certify people for their concealed carry weapon permit. That is in the works right now. I have another business that I already own and has been very successful in running. This is going to be more of a side gig for me, so as I said, mentioned earlier, won't have as much time during the summer because it is a tree and landscape business. But all further ado, we're just going to kind of get right into this here. So I'm going to stand up for you guys, and we're basically going to be showing you what it is to EDC. Now, EDC is an acronym for everyday carry. Everyday carry for me is a lifestyle. It's not just like 50% of the time, half on, half off. It is, I'm going to move this chair a little further here. It is a lifestyle. It's a choice that I wake up every day and I don't leave the house unless I have all of my gear. So everyday carry gear could be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be self-defense means. It's just, like your phone, your wallet, your keys. If you're a female, your purse. You don't leave the house without those things. Now, adding that into a tactical representation or a readiness representation with having self-defense tools and utility purpose on you definitely helps you move through any situation you may encounter. So I have a few different loadouts as far as what I like to carry day in and day out, but depending on what I'm doing, if it's more of a casual day for me, I'm usually just carrying what I have on me right now, which I will about to show you. But if it's more of a, special occasion, or if I'm going down into the city and I need a little more on me, I will also make a separate video for a heavier loadout you know, for EDC there. So let's just break right on into it. For what I'm wearing right now, I'm just wearing my standard company t-shirt here. Um, in the summer, I can wear this during a 70 or 80 degree day. It's very moisture wicking and breathable, very light, and it's got a nice hood on the back just in case it rains or whatever. Um, so that's for my torso here. I got my safety glasses or my sunglasses. Uh, these aren't anything special. They're just a steel brand, but it's just nice to have some eye protection on you, um, you know, for any means, just in case you need it. Uh, Pocket wise, in my pocket, I usually have my phone, which I'm recording with right now. So that would normally go up here. Down here I have side pockets on these pants that I'm wearing as well. So these are also a very lightweight, very flexible pant. Uh, they're cargo, technically cargo pants, but they're made by Wrangler. I get them cheap from Walmart. They're like 20 bucks a pair. Can't complain. If I dirty them up or scuff them up, scratch them up, rip them up, whatever, it's not that big of a loss. But anyways, they do have side zipper pockets on them, which is very helpful for securing your gear. And in this pocket here, I have my second phone, my company phone, that goes in this pocket down here. On my other side, in my left pocket, I'm an ex-smoker, so I'm currently vaping to stay away from cigarettes. I'm going to be kicking this habit relatively soon as well. But I have this, and I've got a couple other things. So first and foremost, I have a little multi-tool here. Just something that, you know, if you need a screwdriver, you need a pliers, it folds very nice. You got your pliers here, and then you have your other tools on the sides in these slots, which is pretty cool. The best thing about this multi-tool is maybe it might not have much to offer as opposed to other multi-tools out there like Leathermans and Gerbers and stuff like that, but this thing is so compact and it still has what I need about 90% of the time, and it folds up, you know, about the size, a little bigger than a $half. um, but and then I had mentioned that, you know, I was an ex-smoker, but even that I don't smoke anymore. I still keep a lighter on me because you never ever know when you might have to have a fire. Let's scoot this chair up here now so we can get a better feel closer. I feel like I'm squatting down. I got this stand here for my phone, and it works, but it doesn't work that great. Anyways, another thing that I carry on me is just a simple one slot knuckle duster. It's got this cool little, you know, bad boy skull on there. But you put this in your hand, and this will definitely, you know, defend you against an attacker. You know, it doesn't matter how weak or how strong you are. If you hit somebody with this while you're wearing this, that's definitely going to cause some damage. So that's just a nice little tool. Another thing that I carry on in my left pocket, this is the Olight SR1 Baton 2. Now this flashlight, obviously I have flashlights on my phone as well, but this flashlight in particular is just very nice to keep handy on me. It's very compact. It's about the size of my thumb, which, you look at that there, it's got this nice wristband strap on there. So I can put that on my wrist and hold it, and this thing has 3 different modes. Super bright mode. There's the super bright mode, actually, sorry. So this is the dim mode. This is about 100 lumens right here. And and then you ramp up to about 300 lumens, and then you get all the way up to 600 lumens in this tiny little light. And it also has the pocket clip, has this really good texturing along the base of the light as well. But probably my favorite part about this light would have to be that it's fully rechargeable with a magnet that's proprietary, or you know, specifically for this light that the company Olight makes. This goes for roughly about $60 to $80 MSRP price. I think I got a discount on it. I actually bought it on Amazon, but an awesome light. I found out about this light from I forget the guy's name, but Tactical Toolbox. If you guys watch him at all, he swears by this light just for the reasons that I listed. But I always carry this on me, and with it being magnetic, you can also hang it from anything, a car hood, you name it. You know, it can magnetize to anything metal on that back. So very cool light. That is what I always carry on me. My right pocket that's clipped on, I have this Spyderco. It's a little dirty right now, and a little dull too. But I have this Spyderco knife here, and I've been carrying this for probably 2-3 years. It was a gift from my uncle, and this knife has never let me down. This knife is very dependable. It's very strong. It's simple. It's a sleek design. The pocket clip is very strong. It won't bend out on you and you know, retain away from or move away from the handle of the blade. And then I also put this paracord on here with a little glow bead, because the knife is all black, just in case if I ever were to drop it during the darkness or in a dark area or whatever, I can still find it. This thing actually glows very good if you put light to it. I'll kind of show you guys. Maybe you might not be able to see too well because the current light in the room right now, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about a little bit. So I mean, it's got a good glow color to it, and it's really bright. Not as bright as like a glow stick, but definitely helps. And also, you know, the fact that you can tug on this thing out of your pocket. If it's clipped in your pocket, tug on it to get just a better draw out of it if you're in a situation where you need to get that out of there real quick. I live by the nature of the mindset of to carry a knife for each hand, and that's why I also carry this little OTF. This thing is super tiny. I mean, it fits really well in the palm of my hand. It's a double action OTF. It's nothing made for cutting or slicing. I mean, I open like small boxes with it that are taped up. But really what this is made for is it's a ballistic knife. I mean, this is made for self-defense. This would be one of those knives that, you know, you stick somebody in the neck or something with it, you know, it's gonna, and it comes out fast. It's gonna do some damage. But this is a little cheap $50 knife. I'm not gonna bet my life on it as far as it, you know, being with me for the long haul. It's kind of gotten a little scuffed up already on the handle just from common wear, but overall I like having this as a little backup. The pocket clip on it is fairly strong, and it's got this glass breaker at the bottom. Overall, my favorite thing about this has got to be the size. The size of it is so small, and you barely even feel it on you. I carry it right in my back pocket. my left back pocket, and I never even know it's there, you know, but I subconsciously know it's there. But you can't even feel it. It's awesome. I love this knife. Lastly, I obviously carry my wallet, my credit cards, my debit cards, my cash, my ID, my permits. I have all that stuff in here. Just a simple Remington leather wallet, nothing, special. And then as far as a firearm goes, my everyday carry or everyday choice, out of all the concealed carry firearms I have, I'm going to make sure that I show to you guys that it is unloaded, nothing in the chamber, and I'm going to keep it pointed in a safe direction, and I won't put my finger on the trigger. But anyways, this is the Glock 43. Now, I haven't done much to this. It's mainly all stock, but the only thing that I have upgraded is the sights. I've got 3-dot Ameriglow night sights on it, and I love them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with stock Glock sights, but I personally just like having, if I'm out in the dark area again, and I lost my flashlight or whatever, I can really see what I'm aiming at, because target identification is so important. You don't want to shoot someone or something that you don't intend to. So being able to see your sights, that's worth $1 million to me. Alongside of that, the only other things that I have done to this gun is I put the Fox grips on the sides of it. So they're on both sides. I'm just going to leave the action open. They're on both sides of the gun here. And then I went and got the Talon grips. This is actually just the granulated Talon sheets that I cut myself. They're not the best cuts. I just threw it on there for purpose, not aesthetics. But I did put it where my thumb would rest on the frame here. I also put a strip of it going down the back of the gun, which is kind of off center. But again, I'm right-handed, and it was there for purpose, not aesthetics. Also put a small strip of it on the front of the gun as well, both on the handle and the trigger guard up here. Aside from that, I haven't really done anything to this gun except go out and get some base plates for the magazines. Extra 2 rounds goes a long way. Now, let me talk to you about this Glock 43 a little bit here. For those of you who don't know, Glock is obviously tried and true. It is one of the most reliable firearms in the world, hands down. As far as a striker fire polymer frame pistol goes, the Glock 17 and the Glock 19 have been trusted and depended on by both military and law enforcement for decades now, and there's hundreds of torture test videos out there on YouTube, as you guys have probably already seen. They just work. They never give up. They shoot the crummiest ammo in the crummiest situations, and you can always depend on it. And I mean, these aren't, the most expensive gun out there, and they're not the cheapest gun out there either. But for a fair price, you get an incredible firearm that is never going to let you down. And to me, that's why I went with Glock. I know that there's a lot of Glock fanboys out there that they don't run with or carry or shoot anything but Glock, and that's not me. I personally just know that Glock works, and it's simple. It's a simple design. I mean, I can field strip this thing in a matter of no time. I mean, oh, come on, why are we? Of course, Forgot to decompress the trigger there. But in a matter of no time, you can field strip this. The gun is very greasy right now. But, you know, I can take the spring out, take the barrel out. It's all very greasy. But, you know, these guns have little to no failures at all. They have little to no malfunctions. You can beat the ever-living hell out of them, and they just keep running. They just keep going. And I actually purchased this a little before the Glock 43X and the Glock 48 were released. Glock had come out with the Glock 43, which is chambered in 9mm, and they came out with the Glock 42, which is chambered in 380. And these guns are made for concealed carry purpose. They are a short framed handgun that's single stacked, really slim profile, slim design, very small, compact firearm. And I had purchased this a little before the 43X and the 48 had come out. And if I had the opportunity, if I would have waited, I probably would have went with the 43X, just because it's a little bit of a longer frame. But that's okay, because of my magazine extensions. I can get a better grip on the gun itself. And I got fairly larger hands. I can just get a better grip on the gun overall, so that my pinky wouldn't be kind of riding and doing nothing. I mean, it's otherwise your pinky just has nothing to hold on to. But you know, with these base plates, it solves that problem. Plus, you get 2 extra rounds of ammunition. The gun is obviously not the best for capacity. This gun comes from the factory out of the box with 2 6-round magazines. Now, one of the 6-round magazines has a little pinky extension, but it's not a base plate where you get an extra couple rounds out of it. It's just there for that, you know, to manipulate the frame a little better. It's just there to help you. It's not going to give you any extra capacity in your mags. But the gun comes out of the box with 2 of these 6-round magazines, and if you get the base extensions, which I carry obviously one in the gun, and then I have an extra backup magazine that I'm running this Terran Tactical plus 2 base extension on the bottom of this one as well. You know, so between these, I got 16 rounds right here, and if I got one in the pipe, which I always do, I have a total of 17 rounds, which is very decent for such a small gun. And in theory, in my opinion, you don't need much more than 15 rounds on your person. You don't need to carry, whether you're carrying what I got here or you're carrying a gun that has 15 in the mag, it doesn't matter. You don't need much than 15. You don't need much more than 15 rounds. I think 15 rounds is a perfect amount, because, or roughly about that, you know, 16, 17, whatever, 14, don't matter. As long as you're in that zone of about 15. If you need more than 15 rounds, if you need to carry 30 rounds on you or 40 rounds on your person, it's a lot of unnecessary weight. And if you feel that you have to carry that amount of ammunition, you're probably not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're putting yourself in places that you shouldn't even be in the first place. Keep in mind that whatever you feel you have to combat with, your threat is probably combating you with the same amount of power or the same amount of deadly force, if not more. So if you have 40 rounds, you have 30 rounds to exchange, and that's what you feel you need. Again, Must I say any more? That's just that's my point. So keep that in mind, guys. Obviously, in closing of this video, I wanted to stay in 10 to 15 minutes. I'm so sorry. We're at about 25 minutes here, rambling on. I have that problem. But anyways, the last thing that I carry on me as far as my person goes would be that extra magazine. And I have this, slimline magazine holster. It's just a single magazine here for a backup mag for my Glock. And in all of my magazines that I carry, I always have hollow point defense rounds. I couldn't even tell you who makes these ones, but I've tried out a couple different good quality rounds that are hollow points. And remember to shoot your hollow points every now and then. If you left them sitting in your magazines for about a year and a half, 2 years, I think it's probably about time you go to the range and blast them off. Plus, it's always good to get the feel for what a hollow point feels when it discharges compared to a full metal jacket. So that's what I got for you guys today. I really appreciate your time through this introduction video. Also, my lengthy EDC video that I wanted to share with you guys. But all things aside, I really hope that you guys continue to follow me here. I'm trying to create a presence for myself, and I'm doing things on the side to make another business. I'm going to be creating a website and hopefully gonna figure out how I go for my class 3 or FFL license. If you guys have any information on that, feel free to comment or message me. You can email me at atmospheretg@gmail.com. Thanks a million, guys. You guys stay solid, and we will see you in the next video. Later.